artificial intelligence. You know, it's not some sci-fi movie concept anymore. It's here. It's happening right now. And it is reshaping our world at a speed that's, well, it's both super exciting and, let's be real, a little bit scary.
And just listen to this from Geoffrey Hinton, who's basically the godfather of AI. He said, "We're about to produce things more intelligent than ourselves." I mean, wow. When a guy like that says something like that, you really have to stop and listen. This isn't just another little tech update. This is a massive leap that puts all of us, all of humanity, at this huge crossroads with two very, very different paths ahead.
So, which way are we headed? Utopia? You know, unprecedented prosperity for everyone? Or dystopia? A future of mass unemployment and control? To really get our heads around this, let's dive into both possibilities, and we're going to start with the one that's probably on a lot of our minds, the anxieties we're already feeling.
All right, let's start with the dark side, the dystopian future. This is the world that's defined by, well, joblessness and control. And it kicks off with the fear that's probably closest to home for most of us, the threat to our actual jobs.
Let's actually put a number on that fear, because it's a big one. A really important study by two researchers, Frey and Osborne. They predicted that a staggering, and I mean staggering, 47% of all jobs in the United States could be automated within the next 20 years. That's almost half. A number that big is just impossible to ignore. It's actually why Geoffrey Hinton, the AI godfather again, has kind of half-joked that becoming a plumber might be a pretty safe career bet right now, at least for now.
But look, the risk here goes way beyond just losing your job. We are already seeing bad actors using AI as a weapon. Today, I'm talking a 12,000% increase in AI-driven cyber attacks in just 1 year. Think about that. We're also talking about the potential for autonomous bioweapons, for elections to be completely corrupted with hyper-targeted misinformation, and for financial scams that are so personalized, so custom-built for you that they're almost impossible to spot. The very trust that holds our society together, yet it's under attack. And as AI gets more and more powerful, all of that power starts to get concentrated. Mo Gawdat, who used to be a top exec at Google X, he puts it pretty bluntly. He warns, there's going to be a lot of control, a lot of surveillance, a lot of forced compliance, and that right there is the real danger. A future where we might just trade away our individual freedom for this promise of an efficient, secure, AI-run world.
Okay, so that's pretty grim. But is that our only option? Is that future set in stone? Well, not according to everyone. There's a totally different way to look at this, a much more optimistic view. The utopian promise, where AI doesn't come to replace us, but to empower us.
So this really boils down to two competing ideas in economics. On one side, you've got job displacement. That's the classic fear. Automation comes in, people lose jobs, inequality skyrockets. But on the other side, there's this really interesting idea called job augmentation. This is a concept from the economist David Ottoar, and his argument is that AI is going to act more like a super powerful tool, a tool that complements our skills, makes us way more productive, and actually creates new demand, which leads to more jobs, not fewer.
And hey, this isn't just a theory. We've got real-world data to back this up. Check this out. A World Bank study looked at what happened when faster internet came to sub-Saharan Africa. And what they found was that this new tech didn't just help the super-educated elite. Nope, it actually boosted jobs across the board for people with primary, secondary, and higher education. It's a really powerful example of how these big technological leaps can actually lift everyone up.
So what could this future actually feel like? Well, Mo Gawdat, he paints this picture of a world with a lot less boring work, less toil, where AI handles all the drudgery. And that would free us up, right? Give us more time for community, for creativity, for connection. You can almost think of it like going back to our hunter-gatherer roots, focused on social bonds and exploring the world, but with all the safety and amazing tech of today.
But hold on. What if the biggest risk here isn't about our jobs or our economy, but something much deeper? As we race towards this perfectly smooth, AI-optimized world, what are we giving up? The thinker Simon Sinek makes us stop and ask about the hidden cost of, essentially, outsourcing our own humanity.
To really get this, let's talk about a Japanese concept called wabi-sabi. It's this whole worldview that finds beauty in things that are imperfect, impermanent, incomplete. Picture a handmade ceramic bowl that's a little lopsided. That little imperfection is exactly what proves a human made it. It's what gives it character, what gives it a story. So in other words, maybe our flaws and our struggles aren't bugs that need to be fixed by an algorithm. Maybe they're the very features that make us who we are.
So how does this actually apply to AI? Well, Sinek gives this perfect example. Imagine you get into an argument with someone you care about. You could go to an AI and ask it for the perfect apology. The AI spits out this flawless script, you deliver it perfectly, but is it real? Is it you struggling to find the right words? In that moment, when we outsource a difficult human interaction, we don't just get a perfect answer. We lose the chance to learn, to grow, and to literally build the muscle of empathy.
And this all really comes down to a simple, powerful truth. As Sinek puts it, we have underrepresented the value of struggle. That all journey of learning something, of overcoming a challenge, of trying and failing and trying again, that's what makes us resourceful. That's what makes us resilient. That's what makes us human. Just jumping straight to a perfect AI-generated answer, it robs us of that entire essential journey.
So, here we are. We've got these two totally different paths in front of us, the dystopian future and the utopian promise. So, which one is it going to be? Well, the most important thing to get is that we are not just passengers on this ride. The choices we make are what will build the age of AI. And this is the key takeaway from major research from organizations like the World Bank. The future of AI is not some pre-written script. It's not something that just happens to us. It is going to be the direct result of the choices, the policy choices, the social choices, the individual choices that we all start making right now. And we actually have a pretty good idea of what those choices should look like. The experts are laying out a clear path. We're talking about investing in people, in education, in lifelong learning. It means we have to rethink our social safety nets to help people through these big transitions. It means we have to consciously steer AI development towards tools that help humans, that complement us, not just replace us. And crucially, we have to make sure that the incredible economic power of AI doesn't just get locked up in the hands of a tiny few.
You know, when you get right down to it, AI is a mirror. It is learning from our data, from our history, from our biases, from our behavior, everything we do. So as we stand here at the very beginning of this new age, the final question isn't really what will AI do to us? The real question is, what are we going to teach it about ourselves? What are we showing it right now about what it truly means to be human?